Have you filled the bucket today?
Have you filled a bucket today?
네. A guide to daily happiness for kids.
A guide to daily happiness for kids.
좋습니다. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket.
All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket.
You can't see it, but it's there.
You can't see it, but it's there.
좋습니다. You have a bucket.
You have a bucket.
Each member of your family has a bucket.
Each member of your family has a bucket.
Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have buckets.
Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have a bucket.
Everyone carries an invisible bucket.
Everyone carries
Carries.
an invisible bucket.
Your bucket has one purpose only.
Your bucket has
One purpose.
one purpose only.
Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself.
Its purpose
Its purpose.
is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself.
You feel happy and good when your bucket is full.
You feel happy and good when your bucket is full.
And you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty.
And you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty.
Other people feel the same way too.
Other people feel the same way too.
They are happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty.
They are happy when their buckets are full, and they are sad when their buckets are empty.
It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. It's great.
It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works.
잘 읽는다. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs.
Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs.
You can fill your own bucket too.
You can fill your own bucket too.
So, how do you fill a bucket?
So, how do you fill a bucket?
You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile.
You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone smile.
That's being a bucket filler.
That's being a bucket filler.
A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does kind things for others.
A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does kind things for others.
When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket.
When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket.
Okay, good. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. But you
But
can
you
also
can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings.
you dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone.
You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone.
That's bucket dipping.
That's bucket dipping.
Bullying is bucket dipping.
Bullying is bucket dipping.
When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket.
When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket.
You will dip into your own bucket too.
You will
You will
dip into your own bucket too.
Many people who dip have an empty bucket.
Many people who dip have an empty bucket.
They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work.
They
May
may
think
think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but that will never work.
you never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's.
You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's.
But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too.
But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too.
You feel good when you help others feel good.
You feel good when you help others feel good.
잘했습니다. 매우 잘했습니다. All day long. 지금부터는 이제 처음 보는 거라서 조금씩 잘라서 가볼게요. All day long.
All day long.
We are either filling up or dipping into each other's bucket by what we say and what we do.
and what they do.
What we do.
What we do.
Try to fill
Try to fill
a bucket
a bucket
and see
and see
what happens.
what happens.
What happens?
What happens.
You love your family.
You love your family.
Why not tell them?
Why not tell them?
Tell them.
Tell them
You love them.
you love them.
You can even
You can even
tell them why.
tell them why.
You're carrying words.
You're carrying
Words will fill
will fill
their bucket
their bucket
with joy.
with joy.
Watch for smiles
Watch for smiles
to light up
to light up
their faces.
their faces.
You will feel like
You will feel like
smiling too.
smiling too.
A smile
A smile
is a good clue.
is a good clue
좋은 단서가 된다. That you have filled
that you have filled
a bucket.
a bucket.
If you practice,
If you
practice,
practice,
you will become
you will become
a great
a great
bucket filler.
bucket filler.
Just to remember
Just to remember
that
that
everyone
everyone
carries
carries
an invisible bucket.
invisible bucket
And
and
think of
think of
what you can say
what you can say
or do
or do
to fit it.
to fit it.
Here are
Here are
some ideas
some ideas
for you.
for you.
You could smile and say hi to the bus driver.
You could smile and say hi to the bus driver.
엄청 발음 좋고요. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you.
You could invite the new kid at school to play with you.
엄청 잘합니다. 엄청 잘합니다. You could write a thank you note to your teacher.
You could write a thank you note to the teacher.
To your teacher.
To your teacher.
다 돼갑니다. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him.
You could tell your grandpa that you like
Spending.
spending time with him.
There are many ways.
There are many ways.
Many ways
Many ways
to fill a bucket.
to fill a bucket. 끝났는데?
아, 다 돼갑니다. 자, 그래서 대장정이 이제 앞으로 한 4장 정도. 네, 좋습니다. 이 동화책 쓰신 분들이네요.
아, 보여줘.
네네.